Hello and welcome to Everquest. Today we're on our 54 character multi-boxing group. So today is not a gameplay video. I'm sitting here and playing a knowledge, and I wanted to talk about raid composition. I just last night beat the Avatar War. Finally, I got my first Blade of Carnage, and so that my original goal was once I kill the Avatar of War, I unlock Luclin or Luclin, however you want to say it, and start that. And with the unlocking of that, Beast Lords become available as a class. And so I was like, what can I change in my raid composition to add a Beast Lord? So like I've divvied everybody up into the groups by class. So all my clerics are over here, all my necros are over here. I got my solo ranger, paladin, and enchanter right there. My my shamans, my warriors that are all pimping the what is this? The amulet of necropotence. I got 3 druids. I have 9 bards. How many rogues do I have? 6, 7? Wow. 7. 5 monks. Looks like I have 6 wizards, 2 mages. So, here, let me pull my spreadsheet in. This is going to be a very spreadsheet heavy video. So, here's my current raid. Raid target, I guess, is the best way to call it. And that's what I achieved. So you can see up here, I have the names. And then I have them divvied out by experience groups. And then I have Shadow Knights that I have not in the raid, but they help these groups do experience. And I think there's like 9 groups to do experience. But right here, so the main group is 3 warriors, a paladin, a cleric, and a bard. The 2 shaman groups are monks and rogues with clerics and a bard and a shaman. And then I have a kind of a necro group with the enchanter with a cleric and a bard. As you can see, I have cleric and bard in every single group. Then I have this 2 of these mage wizard groups. It seems like a good synergy between those to break them up like that. And then I have this group here. It's like 2 warriors. They used to be Shadow Knights, but I turned them into warriors because the defensive discipline was. I was trying to see how many warriors I could go through with the Avatar of War, and yeah, the kill I got was the sloppiest kill in the world. I lost every single person except a few, and it barely died. So there's no video on that one. I wish I would have recorded it because it was just. I was trying to get everybody to run out of the zone. Nobody would run out of the zone. They just kept attacking. And he eventually died, which I think these necro dots might have... I think they landed. I can't remember. But yeah, so I have the 2 warriors and a rogue. It's kind of a mixed match group here. Same with these last 3 groups are actually kind of just throwing rogues at the problem and throwing monks at the problem of trying to get more DPS into the raid without causing lots of extra work. Like wizards, like casters don't seem to be that great for raid DPS, and it becomes apparent when I'm doing like North Temple of Venetia. Is I can't really, like with macro quests, you can't really run in and out of an AoE, so you either have to be able to sit in the AoE and just fight, or you have to hide as a druid, and the druids just hide behind the wall and they heal everybody. So to me, the wizards, without being able to avoid the AoE with any kind of accuracy that like a normal player would have, is kind of a detriment to having casters. Like the mages, they have pets, so they can send their pet in and they do some damage. But a wizard, if I can't just run up on the mob like a lot of these Velious mobs, I can just run up to it like this and have everybody attack and just face kill it. And for almost every single one of these, except for some of the later dragons in Temple of Venetia, it's pretty much how I'm able to kill things. So melee is a very high priority over casters at the moment. And necros, now on some, like I have all the dots set on the dot on command. I don't do it on assist because some of the fights are just so long that they would just be casting a dot, and by the time they cast it, it's dead. But the twitching that they can do. Let me see, where's one of my necros. I can't remember the name of the spell. Gwen, here we go. Yennefer. So, where is it? Right here. These subversion spells right here. And these are kind of like really the bread and butter of a necromancer. So they actually hold their own for raids, and I don't want to get rid of them. What I ended up deciding to do is I'm going to get rid of one of my monks, probably the weakest one. I think his name's Zilch. Yeah, Zilch. I'm going to get rid of him and turn him into a beast lord. And then that should, like, because the beast lord gives us six mana per tick buff that stacks with everything. So that'll overall lower the downtime we have, because right now it's like, this is one of the reasons I don't stream it, is because like I kill something and then it's like 20 minutes of downtime while they rebuff and get their mana back, and it's just like really boring. I usually just walk away and come back, and by then they're all full buffed and ready to go. So I'm thinking that's probably the best. I have one ranger. It's hard to get them to do the ranged attacks. I know they have some really good range attacks that they can do with the bow, but I can't seem to get it to work properly. I kind of wanted to add another Shadow Knight into the raid and drop one of the warriors, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea at this point. I do have all these rogues, and the rogues are pretty good on DPS. They have, let me see, Dawkins. They're all, yeah, I've been farming all this stuff for weeks in Velious, and everybody has the mask at this point, and I've gotten a few of these daggers from Tunar, but it takes like 2 hours just to clear Plane of Growth, and it's kind of annoying to do more than once. Alright, let's see here. Let's see. What was I looking for? Yeah, they do a lot of damage with their poisons. I think it's this buff right here. And it doesn't say what the proc is, but it's like 2,000 damage, I think. I believe that's what it is. And it's vendor bot over at the poison vendor over there in POK. So pretty easy to get. I've honestly I gave each of them a stack of 1,000 just to not have to worry about it. Just so much, it's so tedious to go buy all those. And they only stack to, I think, 20 normally, so your bags are just full, and it's annoying. I've kind of removed that annoyance. Let's see, yeah, that's him. But where's my spreadsheet? So the rogues are good. The monks do a lot of DPS, but I mostly use them for pulling. So like in my, where is it? Tanks? Yeah. So I have these tank macros that set the peel tanks and the main tank to how I have my tanking set up. But usually, since I do that, one of my monks isn't doing any DPS because she's the one I pull with, and then I tag it with this guy sometimes. So they usually don't assist. So their DPS is a little bit lower when I need to use game parse and see what the actual values of DPS are. But I'm thinking dropping one monk for a beast lord is going to be pretty good. When Omens of War, I believe it is, or Gates of Discord, one of those berserkers get added, and I want to probably drop the other monk for a berserker. from what I gather, berserkers are probably the highest melee DPS. Maybe drop one of the rogues to get 2 of them in. I don't know. I don't know if that's worth it. I want to drop some wizards and turn those into druids for more raid healing. But at this point, I'm not 100% sure because I have most of the clerics set up in a heal chain, and when it works, it works. That's how I was able to drop the Avatar War, but it doesn't always work. And sometimes it's easier just to ignore that and let them raid heal. Like, where's my cleric? See, they're using spells out of era. Ethereal Light, I think, is the one she spams mostly. Like, I can get complete heal going sometimes doing a heal chain, but most of the time it's not. So it's just usually they just spam Ethereal Light and we win. On the longer fights, it doesn't really work out, and anything with a mana drain, it's really hard to fight at this point in the game because I can't like run in and out of the AoEs and avoid it, and sometimes I lose aggro for some unknown reason. Like, I literally will let my main tank fight the mob for like 20-30 seconds solo before I do anything to it, and then the second one of the other warriors attacks it, he taunts. And I had that originally. It was like let me see if I can pull up can I bring that in? There we go. Used to have this like taunt on, smart taunt on and stuff. I turned all that off on all the other ones, so they have to manually be taunting and stuff like that. And they still, the second they hit a mob, they'll pull aggro off him after he's been smashing on it forever. And he's the only one who has the Wolfenite gem in his Scepter of Destruction. And I just got this last night. I haven't put one of those in this yet either. But this has a even higher bonus aggro. I think it's like 700 hate. I don't think this is a direct hate, it's just a stun. So this is kind of like a dual stun thing. So it's, I don't know. I'm gonna clear Temple of Venetia here shortly and see how it works. My goal is to have like focus mostly on this guy tanking, so that I don't have to deal with tank swapping, because that's a lot of the issue I have at the moment. But it seems like this is an ideal raid composition. I'd love to know if there's any thoughts on what I should change up in this composition. I do keep a bard and a cleric in every group, like I said, and I think when they're in normal groups, every group has a porter. Yeah, every group but this one, I guess. Oh yeah, this was the Iskar only group I made, and then I just let some of them join the raid. But I think every single group has some kind of porting character, which makes it easier when you're doing experience and stuff. Let's see here. And I might drop a Necro eventually, add a Shaman. I could do, like, drop one of these Necros and move these 3 Rogues into another Shaman group. And I think that would add a lot of DPS. Let me see here. It's this spell right here, Spirit of the Jaguar. Like, these Shamans are constantly casting this on the group, and it is an insane amount of damage. Actually, now that I think about it, if I moved one of these Shamans to a rogue group and just moved a druid into the monk group, that would probably do more DPS right now. Because the monks, the 2 of the monks are usually pulling, so they're not really doing much. So that would probably be a good change. And if I added a 3rd Shaman, I could take in, so I'd have another 3. I'd have the 3 monks. Yeah, I think adding a Shaman might be a good idea. Let me note that down. Add Sham. Let's see. Remove. Yeah, we'll maybe remove a Necro and add a Shaman. Because literally all they do is they get, for some reason, like when I have the dot command on, they only dot things once, and then they stop dotting after that for some reason, even though the fight is still got an extended period of time after that. And then they go into pure 100% twitching the clerics mode. So I might have to test and see. I do have my solo self-found shaman. He's at level 43, I think, at the moment. And if I can get him to 60, I'll complete the video series for him pretty much. Because I don't think he's gonna get much further than 60. Like, I guess he could go to Luclin stuff now, but he's not going to be able to get torpor, so he's not going to be able to solo anything really beyond that. And looking at the loot database for spells, there's not much that he can do to actually even get the spell. So that's that might be a good ending to his series, to have him join the raid group and actually use him. That's a good idea. But the spirit of the jaguar and then that whole spirit of the animal, whatever line, is just insane DPS. I think it becomes an AoE one eventually, but it's just insane how much damage a shaman can do, and I've just not really paid that much attention to it, but it's pretty good. So let's see here. So we could do that, but I'd really be interested in knowing like what other people's thoughts are. I feel like the wizards are going to be slowly doing less and less usefulness over time, because their spells don't seem to scale up that well during the time periods that I have available to me in this. So from classic to Omens of War. So when they hit 70, I still don't think they're doing that high of damage versus like a rogue or a monk. So I might have to drop eventually one of these groups, maybe turn this into a berserker group actually. So probably a shaman and 3 berserkers in this group. And then I'd have like four shamans, which would give me a lot more raid healing, and then 3 berserkers for doing DPS. So that'd be an ideal whenever berserkers are available. I think it's Gates of Discord, because Omens of War is the last one with the level cap of 70. And then I need the warriors. I need 5 of them for I think the Wrath Council and the Emperor of Shazza in the little snake guys. I think I'm gonna need that. I don't know if I'll even be able to do that with the way that the macro quest forcibly sends everybody at one thing. So I've like been working on macros and stuff. I'm gonna do another video on that, like how I've kind of have to control things from one character, and I usually use this GM character to control a lot of the stuff, like sending in characters and stuff like that. But it's hard to control from the character, and like while tanking, and then being able to do everything. So I usually have to control from this guy at this point to do anything that's other than just run up on it and smash it. Let's see here. That's about it raid composition wise. So if anybody has any comments on what they think I should change, I'm at this point, I consider that I've unlocked Luclin and I've turned on AAs for everybody. So I'm gonna have to start doing that, and I need to go back and make some videos on some of the raid targets I thought I made videos on, or I did, but I can't find the video now. And so I'll probably go through and smash a lot of stuff with the raid group as is, and just kind of do that. I missed a few, and then I have to make all the Velious videos. I usually make the videos after I've beaten the expansion, just because there's some it's like if I was doing the Avatar of War one, it would just be me dying. Like I think it was like 50 pulls to actually kill him with I think that was over like 8 weeks of attempts over all that time. Yeah, because you can only get like 1 or 2, maybe 3 pulls per avatar uptime, and then he spawns every 5 to 6 days, I believe. That's what it is. And then you have to kill the statue and then the idol for him every time. So it's a bit of work. And once he's up, you only have like an hour, I think, to make attempts on him. So it's quite ordeal. So I'm hoping I can kill him again and get that recorded. And then see, I need all the Velious raids. I need videos for all those, and then a few Kunark ones. So it shouldn't be that bad at this point. And this should be trivial for them to do the Kunark ones. I think I made a Trachanon one, but I can't seem to find it right now. And so I'll just redo that. It's pretty easy. He's pretty easy now. I think I could just probably take the rogues, sneak down there, and they could kill him. They do so much damage to him with the poison. It's like 2,000, maybe 2,500 a pop, and they just proc so much. It's just insane the amount of damage that the rogues do. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. This is my current raid composition. This is my target, so I'm gonna be leveling up a Beast Lord here pretty soon. I'm probably just gonna power level him and get him into the raid group as soon as I can, just because I don't want to start killing Luclin mobs without him. He's gonna be very instrumental, and there's a lot of monk Beast Lord stuff that drops that definitely I shouldn't skip out on. So yeah, but thank you for watching and have a great day.